Hello everybody and welcome to Ian's Brick. So I'm outside the MK Dons Stadium in Milton Keynes. No, I'm not going to a football match, although there is actually a football match on here this evening. It's the League 2 playoff semi-final, which probably MK Dons will probably lose, so go Crawley. So I'm actually here because next door to this is the, I think it's called the Marshall Arena, and there is something called Brickfest Live on today. So it's nothing to do with Brick Festival, that's a completely separate event. It's called Brickfest Live. I'm not sure whether this is the first time they've done these events here in the UK. I know they had a couple of days in Glasgow over the first May bank holiday weekend, and they're also at the Birmingham NEC later on at the end of this month at the other bank holiday weekend at the end of the month. But yeah, it's on for a couple of days. It's on Saturday the 11th, which is today, and Sunday the 12th. I paid £16 for my ticket, which is quite a lot, so I'm hoping it's a nice sort of display and an area inside. Obviously I go to a lot of these different Lego and brick events and things like that, normally as a trader, so I'm not here as a trader today. I will be just sort of having a look around and seeing what's going on, and you never know, I might even buy some Lego, depends what kind of stuff they've got in there. So I'm a little bit early. It's around about 9:20 in the morning. It's an absolutely beautiful day today. Spring has finally sprung here in the UK after what seems an eternity of a horrible wet damp winter and spring that we've had so far. It probably won't last forever, but I'm enjoying the sunshine while I can. My ticket is for 10 o'clock. There was an early bird ticket I think you could get, but I didn't bother with that. That opened at 9 o'clock. It seems relatively quiet around here at the moment. There's plenty of car parking as well, so there's plenty of space for parking your car, so that's all okay at the moment. So yes, I'm going to basically get inside the hall and probably have to queue and wait until 10 o'clock until I can get in. Right, so just went up to the main entrance because I needed to use the loo because I've had quite a long drive here. It's about 2.5-3 hour drive for me to get here, and I said, can I go to the toilet please? And so I had to come into the venue. So just come into the venue, and it's very, very quiet. I'm not sure what's kind of happened with their advertising, but there's really not many people in here. Anyway, let me show you around the event. It does look quite interesting, so I'll show you some of the things that are going on here today. Inside the venue then, they had lots of big models like this. Now, this is really nice. A big fire truck, and each one of these models did have a display plaque as well, explaining what it was, a little bit of information about each of the sets or the things that they built. This is the Brickfest Live logo or mascot, and had a big inflatable version inside the hall as well, which is quite impressive. And within and around the hall they had lots of these things to do, and this was a brick pit for the younger ones. If you notice there, a lot of the signs were in German as well, so this must be a show that does the rounds around Europe. But yeah, you can just basically sit on the edge of that and build to your heart's content. Loads of different coloured bricks to choose from. This was interesting. It's like a big mosaic, and you basically built on a 32x32 Lego base plate with 4x4 pieces, and you sort of built each section there. This was quite good as well, the Jurassic Park, although it didn't mention Jurassic Park, but obviously it looked like Jurassic Park and it was full of dinosaurs. Really nice models, and they'd put them all around. There were some really small ones like this one here. Just sort of attention to detail on these, they all look really, really nice. And there were some larger ones as well. The raptor heads look really, really good. And again, they had the plaque there on the right hand side to explain how long it took to build and how many pieces and all this kind of stuff. There were just lots of little things to look at. It was all very well done, all very well displayed, I thought. Little egg there with something coming out of it. Yeah, it was just all very well done and very well presented, I thought. Some of the models did have those plaques, not all of them did though. And as I look around, there's a huge one in the middle as well, again with a plaque. It's I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but yeah, very, very colourful, very nice models. How on earth they cart these around without breaking them, I really don't know. There's some more of the models here. Interesting, they sort of put some eyes in them as well, some proper eyes. And this was sort of the big model here that they had. I think you could probably sit in the front of that as a little chair that you could sit there and get your picture taken with it if you wanted to. Again, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Carnotaurus even. And this is quite nice. They had this giant cracked egg, and you could stand in it as well and have your picture taken. I actually really like this. It's very, very good. Just again, attention to detail. So many. And it is all made out of proper Lego as well. Even though the word Lego wasn't really mentioned anywhere in the show, it was actual Lego pieces. This area here was for you to build your own architecture model. This is something I'd not seen before at festivals. Lots of different pieces, all sort of smaller pieces, and you could see that people, or one person had done their little architecture model. There were people busy beavering away building their things as well, and had this graffiti wall as well. It was fairly bare when I was there, so I had my eye on that. I think I'll be coming back to that later. And again, you can see all the signs are in English and in German, so this is obviously a show that does the rounds in Germany as well. They had some interesting heads and busts here. Had a rather nice Darth Vader one. Again, they all had this sort of the write-up of when they were built and how many pieces there are. The Darth Maul one looks really, really good. I think Lego need to do something like that themselves. Actually, I think it would be very, 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 very popular if they did something like that. And they had some lightsabers as well, all in different colours. Don't ask me whose is who, because I have no idea. And then we had some Pokemon. We had a Charmander there, which I really, really liked. Again, the attention to detail on these is really good. And they sort of had these cordoned off a little bit so you couldn't get too close to them. They had the Squirtle as well, which I think is really cute. I kind of wanted to sort of take that home with me. And of course, Pikachu. What display wouldn't be correct or wouldn't be right without Pikachu there as well. And again, just sort of zoomed in on there so you can see a bit more of the detail. So they had a mosaic wall as well. I didn't really have a go at this, but yeah, you just sort of sat down and I think you were given some ideas. And this is an area here which had some sort of fluorescent Lego, 2 tables of that, and had UV lights, and you could build your model and stick it on the table and it would shine and glow under the lights. So again, so many different building opportunities all around this show. It really was a lot more interactive than a lot of the things I've seen before. Another one of these large vehicles, a monster truck. Again, the size and scale of these models is really impressive. How they move these around between the different shows, I've got no idea. It must be glued together, I would hope. Yeah, that took a lot of people a lot of time. So this is the shop. So the shop was interesting. I thought this was a little bit of a missed opportunity, I think. You can see that the shelves are fairly bare. We have some t-shirts there, which could do with a bit of an iron, if I was honest. And they had another model in here as well. Again, they had a droid. They call this a droid. Again, no mention of Lego, no mention of Star Wars, but we all know it's Star Wars, don't we? So it just gives you a bit of detail about that. And then back to the shop, so you can see just lots of empty spaces. You would have thought this would be packed with Lego. I was seeing if I could see any prices on there, and I couldn't see any prices on these. Got some big sticky labels on the side to stop you from stealing them. But yeah, just lots of spaces, and that set there wasn't too badly priced. But again, the box is the wrong way around, and they had this, just empty shelves. It just seems a bit of a missed opportunity. That Speed Champion set, £25. That's normally £21 in the stores, so a little bit overpriced. But they had lots of plushies and different things as well. But there seemed to be a lack of prices, a lack of information. The sets that were on display were a little bit poor, I thought. And that was quite nice, the key ring for the actual event show. Lots more plushes as well. They had more plushes than anything, really. Lots of the same kind of things, really. And they had loads of these little bags that you get from magazines and comics. Loads and loads of these around. But again, just like one random box on a shelf. I just thought it was just really poor and a bit of a missed opportunity. Anyway, back to the actual event. This is a derby race thing here. This was quite a popular thing. It was a little bit quiet when I filmed it here. The idea is you build a vehicle and then they will race them against each other. They had a Luigi and Mario figures near the front entrance as well, and again there were bins either side of that, and you could put your own little build your own little thing and displays and stick those at the bottom as well. So everywhere you looked there was something different to do and something different to build. And this is my go at doing the mosaic. So you choose a card, and that card has got a number. I've got W11. and then basically it gives you all the different colour variations. You get a 32 by 32 base plate, and then from that you choose these 4x4 tiles on their plates and stick them on to match. So this is sort of me work in progress. I did keep making a few mistakes, if I was honest, and it was quite easy to take them off again and stick them on. They must do this every single time and then have to take all the pieces off. It must take a lot at the end of the day for the staff to go around and take all these things down. And that's it completed. So I think I got it all right. I was a little bit concerned I might have made a mistake, but it looks okay. And then you give that to one of the staff members, and there she is going over to square W11 right at the bottom there, and she pops that into place, and there we go. And that's what it looks like. So there's a lot more of these still to be done. I think people during the day will do more and more of these as the day goes on, but I'll come back and look at that later and see how that all looks. Not quite sure what it's meant to be yet. And here's me by the graffiti wall. I said I'd be back to have a go at this. And of course I put Ian's bricks. What was I going to write, honestly? So yeah, it's just a simple little thing. It took me quite a while to get this because there was a limited amount of sort of pieces and sizes, so it was quite difficult to spell some of the letters out without making a mess of it. But I think that looks okay. This is a really nice model they had here, this unicorn. I really like how that looked. We've got a bit on the tail as well, all the rainbow colours. Really, really nice how that looks. Brilliance the Unicorn, they called it. Took two builders 120 hours to make. So nice model, I do like that. And as you can see, back to the architecture section, there was a few more models on display by then, so I decided to have a go myself. Quite like that one there. I took a bit of inspiration from that, and this is what I built. Now it does look a little bit like a mosque, but yeah, I quite like it. It took me a while to do, actually. I was there for a good sort of 20 minutes sorting through the pieces, and this is how many models. And loads of people were building some really good things. There's mine there at the back, my little micro figure on top. But yeah, some really, really good models that people have just built themselves. Okay, so it's just about 11 o'clock now, and it is starting to get a little bit busier inside. I was a little bit worried for them at first because it was very, very quiet, but there's quite a few queues on some of the build things now, and there's a few more people in, giving it a little bit more atmosphere, which is fantastic. I'm just sort of going to go around and maybe have a play on a few things, maybe build a few things. It really is very much more of an interactive experience, this. It really is, you know, things to see, things to do as well, loads and loads of things to do. I'm actually quite impressed with some of the range of sort of Lego and mosaics and the architecture and the things you can build and things like that. So it is very, very impressive from that sense. Very different from a normal brick fair or brick festival where it's, you know, 50% retailers and 50% models. There's many more models here and playthings to do. So it is a very, very different kind of event. And I say it seems quite popular. It's no sort of hassle. It's not mega busy or anything like that, but it's people are enjoying themselves. Lots of people with kids obviously as well. It is more aimed at the kids rather than the adults, I think, this particular event. Anyway, I'm going to go around a little bit more and have a bit more of a play with some Lego. Why not? In one corner I saw this gorilla build, which was quite impressive. It was sort of hidden away in a corner really, but again another really impressive model. I like some of the colouring on that one as well, with the greys and the black. And they had this throne as well, which you could actually sit on and get your picture taken. So yeah, I like the interactivity with a lot of these different pieces. I didn't sit on it and get my picture taken, but yeah, nice thing to have, and it tells you again how it was built and how long it took. Just one person built that all themselves. They had this chill zone here as well. This is sort of off to one side near where the toilets were. This is quite a nice area. They've obviously got quite a bit of space in this hall, and they've got this chill area here. There's nobody in it at the moment. Everybody's enjoying the Lego too much. So yeah, and it's a nice little space that you can come and relax and have a sit down and get away from all the noise if you want to.
Andy's going to release it on 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
So as time went on, the place did get busier. It did start to get a little bit busier as the day went on. As you can see, there's quite a lot of people in there now. People starting to queue up for things. I look back at the graffiti wall. There's my name still there. Loads of other names in there as well. And it's a Marvel mosaic. There's Nick Fury there, Iron Man. So yeah, it's really starting to come along. I just thought I'd have one last look of it before I left. I left around about 12 o'clock, so I've been in there a couple of hours, had a good look around, and that was my piece there. That was W11, that's the bit that I did, all my own work. Well, that's pretty much me done at that event. Yeah, I was pleased that I went in early actually, because I was able to have a look around while it was all quiet, get a few pictures and a bit of video. It's getting quite busy in there now. It's not horrendous or anything like that. There's plenty of parking here. No one's sort of having to queue outside. This event is on for the rest of the day and also all day tomorrow as well, Sunday. And as I say, this will be Brickfest Live. They're going to be in the Birmingham NEC, I think 25th, 26th-ish of May. Check out their website and have a look if you want to come down to that. Yeah, £16 per ticket. It's a little bit pricey, but it's an interesting sort of day and experience. You can lots of things to build, lots of things to see. I think I was just a little bit disappointed with how little Lego there was to buy, really. I know obviously that's what I do when I go to these brick festivals, is I go there and sell Lego, but there just wasn't a lot for people. You know, people are there and people like Lego and they will buy Lego, so why not have a decent-ish shop at least anyway? I thought the Lego sets that were in there were fairly average and not particularly well priced either, but anyway, it's just one of those things. They're obviously selling more merchandise and actual Lego sets, but that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this lovely sunny day because it's absolutely beautiful today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and we'll see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.